Hi everyone, today is July 23rd and I'm going to do two separate videos, one focusing on the vegetables and those, and then a second one focusing on everything else that has to do with the garden. So first we're going to start off here. We're going to work our way from right to left. So my pumpkin and my watermelon are actually doing pretty well. They're getting a little bit bigger. I doubt I'm going to get anything off of them because it is so late in the season. It's already July 23rd. July is almost over, so I probably won't be seeing much coming from them, but it's nice to see that they're growing. Over here I have my cucumbers. My cucumbers are actually doing pretty well. I actually found a tiny little cucumber right there, if you can see that. What I've been doing is, if you can see, there's a lot of ill leaves here. I've been picking them off one by one. I haven't been picking them all off because, as you know, leaves are important for photosynthesis. You know, it takes in the sunlight, makes nutrients for the plant, so it's important that you don't pick all of the leaves off. But it is important, you know, as you're going to pick off any leaves that are not good. That way the plant, instead of focusing on making these leaves better, it focuses on making the fruit. So as you can see, there's a lot of flowers happening here ever since I started doing that. Over here we have my squash. As you can tell, there was numerous actually squash plants in here. I pulled them. They weren't doing very well. As you can see, the bottom of the plants were rotting, and some of them, like this is the zucchini, were thin and braille and really serves me no purpose. I want healthy plants. So as you can see, there's this one that was really bad. So I'm only left with two that are actually doing pretty well after I trimmed it and got it up on the trellis. They're doing pretty well. They've formed some new healthier leaves as well as a lot of buds here. What I actually went in and did was I took a Q-tip and I rubbed the inside of them. I don't know which ones are females and I don't know which ones are males, but I'm trying to help and speed up the process here. Hopefully I get something at the end of this year. So then I have my eggplant here, which is doing pretty well. It's getting a lot bigger, as well as I have a lot of flowering going on here. There's one flower back here, but I also have a lot of these little tiny bugs here that I've been kind of picking off. I don't plan on doing eggplant again next year. Kind of a waste of time. I don't really eat eggplant. I don't like it really that much, though my mom makes a really good eggplant lasagna. I definitely don't think I'm going to be planting eggplants again next year. So my zucchini over here, I did pull out a couple of the plants, especially the one that was growing in the background there. No flowering, but the leaves are a lot more vibrant and a lot healthier, so I'm happy for that. My jalapenos here is getting obviously bigger. There are some jalapenos here that I do plan on harvesting. As you can see, there's this one that's very big. It's actually really easy to harvest peppers. And basically what you do is you just take the pepper, hold it by the stem, and just bring it up and it just snaps right off. It's actually pretty easy. This jalapeno looks really good. Jalapenos are really easy actually to harvest. You know, they could be dark, they could be light. Really goes off based off of size and what you want. So this one to me seems good to harvest. My bell peppers over here, they're getting taller, you know, competing here with the jalapenos. Still no flowering, no budding going on. Actually, I do have a budding going on here that I didn't see before. Let me get you zoomed in and look. So that's actually pretty good. Maybe I'll get an actual bell pepper by the end of the season. Over here I have my green beans. I don't quite know when to harvest green beans, so I'll probably look up a video on that to find out when you harvest green beans. But I have a lot of them. I have some here, I have some down here, some up here, some still getting nice and big and still flowering. It's actually doing really well. My cherry tomatoes, you know, have always been doing pretty good. You know, it's climbing up there. There's a lot of tomatoes on here just waiting for them to ripen. And as I told you, I did harvest one tomato. It was delicious. I really enjoyed it. I was really happy. It definitely kept me a strong believer in growing your own. The flavor was very intense compared to what you get in the supermarkets. Over here I have my beefsteak. It's getting taller. There's actually a lot of flowering going on here. It actually has surpassed my little home covering over here, so I took back this so that it can keep going. What I have been going in and doing is, as you can see, this leaf is not doing too well, so I will be picking it off. And what I've been doing also is going in, taking out all the suckers. Now the suckers are what grows in between. Like, here's the start of one right here. You have your main stem and then your leaf that comes out. You'll get an actual sucker in between the leaf. You pick those off, and it helps the plant focus on what's already on the tree, which is the fruiting. Those suckers are new plants, so if you pick them and put them in some soil, they'll actually grow roots. I haven't tried it. I don't have time to try it, but it's important to pick those suckers off, especially because this is July. I want my flowers to turn into actual tomatoes. So over here we have my potatoes that I'm actually going to harvest tomorrow with my husband. The plant is dying, so it seems like the perfect time to do it. I don't want the whole entire plant to die. I want to see what happens when you harvest them now. Then we have my broccoli over here, which is, getting bigger, but no crowns, still no crowns. And so, yep. Then let's go over to my local peppers, which I actually just harvested some of my local peppers here in my little plastic baggie. They're doing really well. They're getting nice red and beautiful. Some of them I picked off because they weren't doing too well. You know when to harvest these local peppers, when the little hair on the end of it is actually gone. When that little hair is gone, they're ready to harvest. They get a little bit bigger and they're actually at optimal flavor. If you harvest them too early, their flavor is not really that good and the spice is not really that strong. And this is a spicy pepper, so I want that spice. Okay, and now we're gonna go down here and take a look at the last agenda on the vegetable front. Vegetable and fruit front is my pumpkin. Pumpkins are doing really well. They're really climbing. They're really getting up there. Still no budding, no flowering, nothing going on with this beautiful plant. But it's doing pretty well, so that's good. So now I'm gonna end this video and start my video on my herbs.